Good evening and welcome to Euro 2024 Live for our final quarter-final of the tournament. And it's Netherlands taking on Turkey. Two sides who finished third in their groups. Netherlands third in Group D and Turkey third in Group F. Of course, a chance to get to the semi-finals. Netherlands, who won the competition back in 1988, and Turkey, who got to their semi-final, their only semi-final, back in 2008. There's youth players in the side that have gotten to them to this point. Turkey, can they go one step further? The winner of this one, as I said, will play England in the semi-final. Who it will be, we're about to find out. Spain, France and England all progressing after extra time at the very least. England and France progressing on penalties. Will there be another extra time period in this one, making it 4 out of 4 quarterfinals, or will one of them win it in the 90? Let's wait and see. Let's have a look at the teams then. We start with the Netherlands. Ronald Koeman's side start with Bart Verbruggen continuing in goal. A back four, unchanged all the way throughout the tournament, with Denzel Dumfries, Stefan de Vrij, Virgil van Dijk and Nathan Ake the defence, with Van Dijk the captain. Jordi Schoten, Tijani Reinders and Xavi Simons make up a midfield three, with Steven Bergwijn off the right, Cody Gakpo, the joint top scorer in the competition, off the left, and Memphis Depay through the middle. On the bench for the Netherlands, Bijlo, Vlekken, Geertruida, De Ligt, Van de Ven, Blind, Wijnaldum, Frimpong, Veerman, Gravenberch, Weghorst, Brobbey, Xerxes and Malen. Malen, who came off the bench to score 2 goals in the round of 16 against Romania, was on the bench again this afternoon. For Turkey, their heroics from Mert Günok in the 94th minute against Austria, securing a place in the quarter-final. He continues in goal. A back five of Mert Mulder, Keen Khan Ayan, Samet Akaydın comes back into the side after his suspension. Bardakci, who was massively involved in defending in that other game against Austria, and Kardiolu make up the back five. Hakan Çalhanoğlu, the captain, back in from his suspension. Other players out suspended as Saleh Ozcan comes into the midfield. Yilmaz off the right, Yildiz off the left, and Arda Güler continues up front for Turkey. On the bench for Turkey, Bayindir, Kaçir, Çelik, Kaplan, Yokoşlu, Akçakoglu, Yazici, Kaveci, Tosun, Kiliçoy, Akgun and Yildirim. The Netherlands in orange, Turkey in white. Who will come out victorious? Kick-off in Berlin is next. A very good evening. Welcome to our fourth and final quarter-final of Euro 2024. And it's in anybody's guess as to who will go through from this one. Turkey beating the odds to get past Austria. The Netherlands easing their way past Romania in the round of 16. They've run hot and cold in this tournament so far. The Netherlands impressive against Romania, but were beaten by Austria in the group. They finished third. Turkey scraping through. They finished second in their group, but ultimately have been hot and cold themselves. Win, loss, win, win to this point. What will be the outcome of this? We're about to find out, of course. Of course, the Netherlands in their traditional orange home strip, and Turkey in their white with red trimmings in their kits. In the venue for the final, the Olympiastadion in Berlin, we get underway as one of the last four still to be decided who will be in those semi-finals and who will play England to try and get a place in the final. Will it be the Netherlands or will it be Turkey? Let's see if we get a similar Netherlands side that we saw against Romania, or one that we saw against the likes of Austria or France or even Poland in the group. Let's see. The Netherlands side that were massively improved against Romania. They were much more in control, much more dominant, and played a lot better football against Romania than they did against Austria. That's a lovely flick by Gakpo. Depay. Memphis Depay trying to return the favour. Depay! The shot goes over the bar. That was wonderful from Cody Gakpo. The flick shows the confidence that Cody Gakpo's in and plays it into Depay. Tried to return the favour to Depay, but blocked off, and then he gets the brick of the ball in the box, but loses his balance as he takes the strike, and it sees itself over the bar for a goal kick. But first blood to the Dutch. Ronald Koeman, of course, in his second spell as Dutch manager. They've probably, on occasion, underperformed with the quality they have in their side. Similar to Belgium, they've got major quality, Netherlands, but haven't really got to the deep end of competition, semi-finals, finals, to really prove it and to really kind of showcase their talent. And these two have a lot of history between them. They played in the World Cup qualifiers in 2021, and Turkey won 4-2 in the first of those, and Netherlands won 6-1 in the reverse fixture, with the home side on both occasions emerging victorious. That was good from Xavi Simons, but Yilmaz got back to win it back for Turkey. A Turkish side that were massively impressive against Austria, the football that they played, but not only that, just their endeavour, their passion, their fight in the game to hold on, to defend the lead that at times maybe looked in threat. They made it through and worked ever so desperately hard to defeat the Austrians and get to this position. Show 10 to De Vrij. A lot of booing and jeering and whistling in the stadium while the Netherlands have the ball. Here's Depay. Down the line to Bergwijn. Has to come backwards. As De Vrij squares it across to Reinders. To Yanni Reinders. Out it goes to the right hand side for Bergwijn. Now Reinders skipping his way through. Closed down well by Bardakci in the way. Now Güler can try and get Turkey on the counter. Lovely footwork there from Yildiz. Now down the left hand side comes Cardiolu. Look at that, spin it round the corner. Güler made the run, but played away by Stefan De Vrij. That was a decent effort at a counter attack there from Turkey. We know they've got it in their locker, and that will be something that the Netherlands will have to be wary of tonight. and have to be majorly focused if they want to dominate possession. The Dutch have to be aware of that counter-attacking threat of Turkey. Otherwise they could find themselves come unstuck, as they say. Ball fed forward. Nice ball out from the back. Almost ticking well there by Ozcan. Well intercepted, although Gakpo didn't make it work that time. It has to come all the way back with a Kaiden. Bardakci. Çalhanoğlu. Back to Akaiden. Güler dropping deep. Goes all the way back to Mert Günok. Had a major impact in that round of 16 game, as I mentioned in the opener. A 94th minute save. It was an incredible save by Mert Günok to deny Austria that last gasp equaliser, but really inspired performance from Turkey. Each of them to a man were incredible. Verbruggen for the Netherlands. Made some big saves himself, Bart Verbruggen, in the tournament so far. This ball knocked forward, flicked on by Dumfries. Now Depay, spinning away from his man, lays it off to Bergwijn. Well closed down, but a Depay in there to pick it up again. Denzel Dumfries. Bergwijn, now Dumfries again. Lifts it across the box. Depay on the spin. Almost got away through. Well blocked by Turkey in there. As the ball in behind for Gakpo was offside. Maybe that hint of offside there. Looked like he'd not got himself back on, although it was tight there. Cardiolu kept him close. Decent effort from Depay there, spinning in the box, but well charged down. And Vincenzo Montella already informing his player in Arda Güler. Bit of information. Long ball forward. That time by Günok. And the header back into Verbruggen's hands, although the offside flag was up anyway. Free kick to the Netherlands. Schoten did squeeze the ball through to Simons. Back to Ake. Whistling continuing from the Turkish fans against the Dutch. They know they're going to have to help their side through this tonight. Those Turkish fans. Turkish fans are plenty inside Berlin. In this stadium, the Olympiastadion. Schoten. Depay lays it off beautifully. Nice interchange of play there from Reinders, but Simons actually it was, and involved in a challenge with Çalhanoğlu. And Turkey get the free kick out of that. Say it again. Yeah, Simons just kicking the back of Çalhanoğlu's foot, which gets Turkey the free kick and leaves Xavi Simons in a bit of pain as well. Çalhanoğlu stayed down for the moment, which is certainly not a good sign, but we'll see how he fares in a moment. A referee this evening, by the way, Clément Turpin of France. Does Turkey get that free kick taken by Günok? Çalhanoğlu back to his feet after that collision with Xavi Simons. Turkey get the throw in down the right hand side. Arda Güler was very vocal there for a moment. Decent early moments from both teams, really. Pretty level first 8-9 minutes. Ball knocked forward. Kaiden just got to Yilmaz, but well closed out there as Bergwijn tries to play it through the lines, but mistake of a pass. Yildiz kicked forward by Bardakci. And Yilmaz making the run in behind. Tussled all the way with De Vrij. The referee sees nothing wrong with it. Reinders, lovely flick. Finds Xavi Simons now. The Netherlands want to go on the counter. Gakpo takes it with him. Down the left-hand side. Lots of bodies flowing forward. Gakpo tried to cross it. Well blocked. As Simons is dispossessed by Güler, who dropped deep for Turkey. Arda Güler. Try and get Turkey away, but has to come backwards. And reset. All the way back to Günok. Here's Cardiolu. Lovely ball forward. Into space. Cardiolu still going. Trying to find a pass. Does get it off. The shot is over the bar. That was from... Trying to see who that was from. Trying to see the number. It's well over the bar. And it was Ozcan. Salah Ozcan. Over the bar. Goal kick. Seeing that Yilmaz trying to break in behind. De Vrij with a tussle. I mean, 6 of one, half dozen of the other, really. Have to be honest. Verbruggen goes long with this one for the Netherlands. Brought down well by Depay. Laid off to Gakpo. Linking up with Reinders. Forward it comes with Bergwijn. Dumfries on the overlap. Denzel Dumfries. Back on the right hand side. Cuts it back to Bergwijn. Nice Shoten. Shoten to Dumfries. Dumfries with the effort and shot. A cross turn shot there from Denzel Dumfries. Whipping effort. It just caught the wind and almost caught out Mert Günok. Goal kick it goes for, but half decent effort that from Denzel Dumfries. Günok going long. Intercepted by De Vrij. Bergwijn. Now Depay. Straight back at Turkey here. Nice move. The shot is a wayward one from Xavi Simons. Just as Turkey kicked that long, come right back at them at a bursting pace from the Netherlands. And certainly trying to move it quick, the Dutch. Early moments here. Not waiting around. Not wasting any time. De Vrij again, dealing with that long kick from Mert Günok. Brings it down to Van Dijk. Reinders. Darting it through a little space to find Simons. Now Ake. Van Dijk. Right to the right hand side to Dumfries. Back to Van Dijk. Ake. Down the line it goes. Simons. Well, interestingly, the way the lineup was set up for the Netherlands, they're playing more of a 4-3-3 in a sense at times. Simons not as central and high up, more off the left a slight bit, with Shoten and Reinders in the midfield three, and then the front three of Depay, Bergwijn and Gakpo. But of course, when they're in possession, the Dutch, it's always common. Dumfries is not a natural right, kind of out-and-out right back. They switch into a back three with Ake stepping alongside De Vrij and Van Dijk, and Dumfries makes himself an auxiliary right winger out there. So they kind of a 3-3-4 in a sense at times, the Netherlands. Here's Gakpo. Back to Simons, back to Nathan Ake. Shoten. De Vrij out. It comes to Bergwijn. Steven Bergwijn, who started the game against Romania. Played a long time against Romania. And that one. And interesting that Ronald Koeman did make that change. Of course, on that right hand side. Clearly working. Here is Bergwijn looking up with Depay. Dumfries keeping the ball alive. There they have that slight overload on that side to the Netherlands. Gakpo goes for the first ball over the top. And still alive as Depay was threatening. The flag was up anyway. Seeing it again. I have to see this one. Simons, lovely touch, and Gakpo in behind, flicked over the top by Xavi Simons, and Gakpo maybe just a slight bit off, not by much, but very, very close. And the Netherlands almost making something of that chance, ultimately coming to nothing because of the offside. And there's a player down for Turkey at the moment. There is a stoppage in play inside his own box. Trying to watch. Bit of celeb spotting. Frankie de Jong and Hugh Jackman in the crowd. Certainly not two I would put together, but there we are. Celebs making themselves known. Hugh Jackman, of course. Of course, Frankie de Jong, one of the talismanic players for the Netherlands, but injured, of course. That's why he's not involved in this tournament. Otherwise he would be massively involved for the Netherlands, but Frankie de Jong not involved. Turkey at the moment just getting a bit of a respite after the Netherlands probably threatening them a bit more now. Just seeing this again, it was a Kaiden that ended up... Was it a Kaiden on the floor? It was a Kaiden that ended up on the floor in a challenge with Gakpo. Ultimately just caught as Gakpo came back down, and that's what got him in a bit of trouble here. He is back on his feet, he's okay. Looks to be the signals that he's not going to be coming off at all here. Samara Kaiden. Of course, it was a great player so far in the tournament for Turkey in the group games. Did miss the round of 16 game after accumulation of yellow cards. The same with the Turkish captain Hakan Çalhanoğlu. Both back in the game for this one. Or back in the side for this one, shall I say. So we're back underway. Here is a Kaiden. Switching one out to the right. Nicely taken down by Mulder. Now on the spin was Yilmaz. Back it comes. Ayhan. Arda Güler. Lost his possession there, Arda Güler, and now Gakpo to charge the Netherlands forward. He's got pace, skips a challenge, gets past another. Ends up on the floor, Gakpo, but not a foul, says the referee. As Turkey come away with the ball now. Mert Mulder now. Down the right for Turkey, Yilmaz. Güler. Mulder. Güler. I think the referee allowed play to go on there. Was the right idea. Wasn't a foul on Gakpo, I have to be honest. Haven't seen a replay, but on first look it just looked like Gakpo lost his footing while he was running through there, so not a foul, and correct decision in my opinion from the referee. Here's Cardiolu. Çalhanoğlu to Ayhan in the midfield for Özcan, back to Kaiden, and now Ayhan again. Good possession from Turkey. It's one thing about the Turkish, they're not hard to kind of beat out of a game. They're a solid side, they're a good possession side, they've got pace on the counter, they're strong defensively. I mean, they've got the bare bones, the makings of a really good team, a really solid team, and a team that can grind out results. And so far they've done that on a couple of games, the likes of the Czechia game we saw, the Georgia game, and of course the round of 16 game against Austria. Well, they conceded in all of those games, but what they did was they fought for the victory. They led 2-1 in the vast majority of those games for a long time. Reinders. Schoten. Virgil van Dijk. Striding forward, Van Dijk. Got into space, gets the Netherlands up the field. The ball wide to Gakpo. He stayed forward here, Van Dijk. Simons, now Gakpo. And the captain in the in the middle. And Gakpo went down a bit easily again there, says the referee, as Yilmaz was on the scene. Muldur. Ozcan. Gakpo battling back. I think the last touch came off a Dutch player there. See this again on Gakpo. Yeah, he does go down a bit easily again there, does Cody Gakpo. There's not much in that from Yilmaz. Turkey have a throw in now. Well, in 8 days' time, we'll be right in this position, watching our two finalists battling it out for the victory, for the championship, inside this venue. And will one of these two sides be there? Here's Yilmaz, looking for the cross, well closed down. Although that's good from Guler, battling. Ake, sorry, just clears it away. Not by far, though. As the shot from Çalhanoğlu takes a deflection, will be a Turkish corner. That's good persistence from the Turks. Not giving up on their chance, and Çalhanoğlu has the shot straight at Virgil van Dijk. That was wonderful from Yilmaz. Initially squared it across, and Yildiz was in the middle. The Netherlands weren't given the time and space to get away there, and a Turkish corner incoming. Guler to deliver. And into the hands of Bart Verbruggen, who will gather comfortably for the Dutch. I was about to say that Arda Güler delivered 2 corners in the last game that both led to Turkish goals, but I'll leave that stat for another time. Although I've told you it, so is there a point? I'll tell you the refereeing team, the officiating team. As I said, Clement Turpin, our referee, Nicolas Danos and Benjamin Page, our assistants. And the VAR is Jérôme Brizard, of course, and the assistant VAR is also French, and our 4th official is German, Felix Zweier, who was the referee for the Netherlands game against Romania. Is now the 4th official. Just under 22 minutes gone. Netherlands 0, Turkey 0 here on LFS for the Euro 2024 quarterfinals, the final of our quarterfinals, to see who will make it into the last 4, the Dutch or the Turkish. Let's wait and see. So far it's been a pretty even game. It's been a lot more energetic than our first game this evening, I have to be honest. Both sides have looked more attacking, threatening attackingly, if that's the word. It's not the right phrase, but anyway, ball in behind. Oh, well covered by Reinders, who hooks it away, and Simons heads it out for a Turkish throw. That was a great stretch from Tijani Reinders. Had to get back and hooked it away. Great recovery. Reinders, I have to be honest, Reinders and Schoten, 2 players that weren't known to me heading into this tournament, but they have been really solid in midfield for the Netherlands. Jerdy Schoten of PSV Eindhoven, Tijani Reinders of AC Milan. So both playing at top level European clubs. Certainly not, the names don't run off the tongue, as they say. But can't say a bad word about them in this tournament so far, to be honest. They've played very well. Okay. Back to Van Dijk. De Vrij. Down the right hand side comes Bergwijn. Plays it across to Schoten, looking for the give and go. Steven Bergwijn chasing. And Kadiolu was defending, but the last touch off Bergwijn according to the officials, and it was indeed. Well covered by Kadiolu there. Goal kick to Turkey. Van Dijk winning the header. Turkey winning the second ball, but brought down ultimately by Dumfries. Right. Bergwijn tried to squeeze it in for Depay, but well closed down by Turkey as Yildiz looks to break forward. Plays it into the space for Özcan. Çalhanoğlu. Now out to the right hand side to Mert Mulder. Yildiz and Yilmaz up there. Feeds it in Yilmaz. Yilmaz on the spin. Look to cut it back and comes up against the brick wall of Virgil van Dijk, who sees it out for the corner. Great bit of defending from Van Dijk. Staying with Yilmaz all the way through, and he does flick it out for the corner. Big pressured moment that. Another corner. Delivered in by Güler. Again, headed down and away by the Netherlands. And now Simons leading the charge of the counter. Looking for teammates. And we'll go back to Stefan de Vrij. Reinders. 25 minutes gone. 0-0 here in Berlin. And at the minute, we've had 5 shots in the game, but none on target, as we did in the England-Switzerland game, but a very different feel about this one. It feels like there's a lot more threat from both teams offensively in this game so far. Stefan de Vrij. Reinders getting the ball from Van Dijk. Space tight in the midfield, but he does make it work. De Vrij now. Wide on the right. Schoten. Back to De Vrij. It goes back to Virgil van Dijk. He looks to go for the diagonal ball over the top, but too much on that one from Van Dijk for Dumfries to chase, and goal kick to Turkey. Decent effort, decent idea. It's not the best of executions from the Dutch captain there. And whoever is in the other semi-final, we start our semi-final coverage on Tuesday. Both semi-finals Tuesday and Wednesday, both 8 o'clock kickoffs, as we look to build up to the final, as who will be there or thereabouts. We'll wait and see who's going to be in the semi-finals first. As Güler's ball beaten away, and the shove by Reinders in the middle on Çalhanoğlu. Will give away the free kick to Turkey. Yeah, Çalhanoğlu there against De Vrij. Free kick to Turkey. Free kick to Turkey then. Decently in the half of the Netherlands. Güler and Çalhanoğlu over it, as Güler just walks away now. Çalhanoğlu will take. Regarded himself as the best playmaker on the planet. This is his chance to show the evidence of it. Hakan Çalhanoğlu. Certainly confident within himself. Let's see what his delivery's like here. Çalhanoğlu whips it into the box, and the strike over the bar. There's a really good ball by Çalhanoğlu. So maybe he's right. Lovely ball in, and trying to see who it was. Couldn't read the number. There's a strike in there, but it's not gathered, and it's just hooked over the bar. Might have been Bardakci, but it just kind of balloons off his foot and over the bar it goes. But a wonderful delivery, just lacking the finish on that one. Schoten lays it off now to Steven Bergwijn in the midfield for the Netherlands. Out wide to Dumfries. To Schoten. De Vrij to Van Dijk. Wide to Gakpo, who, as I said, is the joint top scorer, but he's the only top scorer that's in the tournament. Although the ball's given away by the Netherlands here. Güler trying to feed it in behind for Yilmaz. And Van Dijk still alive. Yilmaz battling back. Güler trying to cross it. Took a deflection. And Simons will gather for the Netherlands. Van Dijk had a really difficult job there. Just as we thought he got it under control, Yilmaz battled back and worked it well. As Xavi Simons gets a yellow card here, Turkey get a free kick. Simons just asking the referee what for. I could see that. Oh, Christ. The ball just escaped him and his outstretched leg scraped right up the leg of Mert Mulder there. Just seeing Van Dijk there, that's just, I mean, Yilmaz battling there. Van Dijk doesn't massively control it well there, and ultimately Yilmaz can battle back, but that's when defenders are at their best, especially one of the best, if not the best at centre-back in Virgil van Dijk. He's already been tested multiple times, and he's answered every question he's been asked so far. 30 minutes gone in Berlin. The Netherlands 0, Turkey 0, and Turkey with another free kick as Mert Mulder back to his feet after that ultimate moment against Xavi Simons. Let's see what Turkey can deliver here. Çalhanoğlu's last delivery was a good one. If he can replicate that, they might have a good chance here. From the set piece, Hakan Çalhanoğlu, right-footed delivery. Another one whipped round the corner, but Verbruggen gathered that one, cleared it away. Kadiolu to lift it back forward. Tried to be brought down by Ayan, but just evaded him. And will be a Netherlands throw. Another good delivery by Çalhanoğlu, but just a bit too close to Bart Verbruggen, who came and punched. Certainly a threat from set pieces though, Turkey, especially with that type of delivery maker. And Arda Güler on the corners. Speaking of, here is Güler. Lays it off to Mulder. Yilmaz battling in every challenge as Güler tried to swing one to catch out Verbruggen, but too much hype behind that one. He gives a smile after that moment. Tried to catch out the Dutch keeper, but didn't catch the ball right there. Did Arda Güler. He can't hit them. I've seen that. That goal against Georgia. Clear evidence of it. Here's Memphis Depay running through. Depay just holding on as he was battling well with Bardakci there. Lost that challenge to Depay as Turkey come away with the ball. Çalhanoğlu looking to lift it out to the right flank for Güler. Takes it down wonderfully. Arda Güler. End-to-end match this. Güler out to the right hand side to Mulder. Up against Ake. Mulder keeping it alive. Trying to win the corner. Does win the corner, Mert Mulder. Good work from Turkey. And it's now chance for another corner to be whipped in as they bring the height up and into the box again with the likes of Bardakci, Özcan, Güler with the delivery all the way through. Van Dijk heads it away. Back alive as this shot is over the bar by Kenan Yildiz. Yeah, it's quite a distance wide, that one from Yildiz. I mean, the deliveries, the set-piece deliveries from Turkey so far are quite really accurate, really pinpoint, really impressive. Güler on the corners and Çalhanoğlu on the free kicks. Here's Kadiolu. Down the left it comes. Yildiz. Bardakci. Yilmaz back to Bardakci. Çalhanoğlu. Threaded through the lines at Kaiden. Trying to squeeze it through. It's not dealt with by Dumfries, who will let the bouncing ball go out. But it will be a corner to Turkey. Dumfries, I think, wanted to see it out for the goal kick, but ultimately it had a touch from one of the Dutch players and will be a Turkish corner. Not really massively dealing with these situations well so far, the Dutch. The Netherlands. Let's see how they deal with this delivery. Just over 10 minutes of the first half to go. Still 0-0, but Turkey may be the better of it in the last few minutes. Another delivery in. Away again by Van Dijk. Güler to lift it back in. Over the head of Verbruggen. And headed in by Akaiden. Another header from a Güler cross, giving Turkey the lead against the Dutch. Turkey have had the best moments of the last 5 minutes and finally break their way through. The man who was suspended for the round of 16 game makes up for that suspension and impacting the quarter-final. Samet Akaiden, the one that was arching above everyone else at the back post, and the wonder cross from Arda Güler again. The corner headed away by Van Dijk. Güler picked it up in the second phase, whipped in beautifully to the back post, and there were 3 of them lining up at the back post to head it in, and it was Akaiden that got there first to knock it past Verbruggen. Terrible defending from the Netherlands. None of those 3 players should have been onside. Dumfries dropping way too deep, but that is a similar diagnosis for the Dutch and a similar scoreline for the Dutch. Netherlands 0, Turkey 1. Fabulous. And it's now about their character for the Dutch. How do they respond? We've seen them come from behind to win before, but it's so beautiful from Turkey at this moment. Yilmaz, Yildiz, Çalhanoğlu. Turkey would be one of the stories at the tournament if they can repeat their heroics of 2008 when they got to the semi-finals, ultimately losing in the semi-final. But it will be a hell of an achievement in an expanded tournament to do the same, to commit to the same feat, and beating some big sides, some top sides along the way. A long way to go, but they're one step in the right direction once again. Their passion, their energy, their fighting spirit, but not only that, their football, which is the most crucial, is wonderful to watch, and they give as good as they get, and ultimately what they give ultimately ends up being more than what the opposition can give them. It's Netherlands that have to find a way back, and it's not beyond them or impossible, but it won't be easy. This is Turkey we're talking about, a side who take a lead but very, very rarely give it away, especially in this tournament. They defend for their lives, but they, in the same token, they attack for their lives. They give everything out there, and at times that can just be that extra 10% that you need to beat a team with the likes and the quality and the ability of the likes of the Netherlands or even Austria. That's what Turkey have, as that was good from Özcan. Now Yildiz. Kadiolu breaking down the left. Yildiz doesn't want to take that option. Not in a hurry to go anywhere. Çalhanoğlu back to Akaiden. To Bardakci. Çalhanoğlu. All the way back to Mert Günok. He might have to be called into action again. But not a worry for him so far, because he's not been called into action yet. The Netherlands without a shot on target. Akaiden's header. The first and only shot on target of the game. Although here come the Netherlands now. Depay. Gakpo got in the way. Schoten tries to keep it alive, and the flag goes up. Eventually against Gakpo once more. That's the third time in the game Cody Gakpo's been caught offside. He just drives offside. He's not watching. Too focused in ball watching there, Cody Gakpo, and not focused on keeping himself onside. Gakpo's been the key deliverer for the Netherlands so far. As I said, 3 goals in the tournament and 4 appearances, making him the joint top scorer. If he gets one here, he would be the outright top scorer of the tournament. Of course, no one else has got past 3 so far at this stage. Quite a number of players on 2 goals. A few of them still in the tournament. Donyell Malen is one of them. The Dutch. Donyell Malen got both of those goals in the last game against Romania. Turkey throwing everything at every challenge. Here's Güler. Bardakci played it into a space. Yilmaz on the run again and almost getting better of his man. But ultimately, Dumfries gets it back to his keeper in just the nick of time. Yilmaz is making himself a nuisance for every one of those Dutch defenders. Not just Van Dijk now, it's Dumfries as well. It was De Vrij earlier on. Certainly making himself a nuisance, which is a striker's target. As Simons runs into a crowd of bodies. Çalhanoğlu. Güler. Nice control. Though Güler just about nicked off the ball. Simons. Now Bergwijn. Skipping past the challenge. Has the shot. But I wouldn't recommend that from that area from Steven Bergwijn, as it goes flying over the bar from about 25 yards. Well, Turkey have had a mix of goal scorers in the tournament so far. Mehdi Demiral, who got both goals in the round of 16 game. Both of Turkey's goals are his only 2 goals of the tournament. And then they've a few players, 5 players on 1 goal, Turkey. Akçakoglu, Çalhanoğlu, Güler, Mulder and Tosun as well. And Akaiden becomes one of only a few players in the tournament to score at both ends. There are 2 players that share that crown. Samet Akaiden and Donyell Malen, both involved in this game, that have scored at both ends. Interesting stat, that. Bergwijn, Schoten. Netherlands will not panic, but they'll know that they need to get back on level terms soon. Here's Reinders. Spins it out to the right hand side. Now Dumfries, well marshalled by Çalhanoğlu. Schoten has to go back to De Vrij. The Dutch certainly committing bodies forward. Turkey matching them well defensively. Dumfries. Schoten. Just over 90 seconds of the first 45 minutes to go. Here's Gakpo down the left. Look at the step in and the cross. Took a deflection off Güler. And into the hands of his keeper, Mert Günok. Gakpo not given much time and space or much impact in this first half. Not many of the front 4 of the Netherlands have had an impact, shall we say, so far. That's a nice bit of work there from Reinders, trying to find Dumfries, but Kadiolu again matching him all the way and putting the ball out for the throw-in. Wonderful challenge by Kadiolu. Shilton through the lines to Simons. Now Gakpo off the left. Gakpo stepping in field, surrounded by Turkish players and dispossessed by Turkish players. The ball bouncing forward. De Vrij just about finding Shilton as the Netherlands again recover possession. Here's Bergwijn. Bodies forward again in orange. Bergwijn to find the cross. Blocked out by Bardakci, who battles well and wins the free kick for Turkey. Wonderful. Just wonderful. Time and time and time again, they are everywhere, Turkey. 2 out of minutes at the end of the first half. Long ball forward by Turkey there. Dumfries just dealing with it. Dumfries will win the free kick for the Netherlands as he's taken out there by Çalhanoğlu. We'll talk about the first half and analyse it at half time. Do stay with us for that, the analysis. It's interesting, the analysis. It's not what you would think. We'll talk about it at half time. Last minute of the first half then. Turkey leading the Netherlands by 1-0. Samet Akaydın's header, the difference at this moment in time. Shilton to Van Dijk. Now Reinders out to the right hand side for Dumfries. Back to De Vrij. Cross to Van Dijk again. Out to the left hand side is Ake. 5 Dutch bodies in the box, but Ake charged down by Yilmaz. He does well to spin past him, but Depay, who receives the ball, is dispossessed by Mulder. And now Güler keeps it for Turkey. Under pressure, will win Turkey the throw, but he'll get the free kick, I think, out of that one. The fight and desire, incredible from Turkey. And that's the end of the first half. 47 minutes gone. Another 45 incoming. But at the moment, it's the sea of white and red that are the happier of the two players and fans at the moment. Half-time in Berlin in the final quarter-final. It is Netherlands 0, Turkey 1. Analysis on the way next. Welcome back to Euro 2024 live. Half-time in Berlin, and it is Netherlands 0, Turkey 1 at the break in this one. the first of our quarterfinals to have a goal at half-time. Interesting enough. Let's run you through those 3 previous semi-finals, our quarterfinals. Keep saying semi-finals. Quarterfinals while we're here. The first of which started yesterday, as Spain needed an extra-time winner from Mikel Merino, to secure their place in the semi-finals after beating Germany. Germany actually came back into the game in that one, level after the 89th minute, but not enough, as Merino's winner in extra time secured Spain's place in the last 4, the hosts out. And last night we went all the way to penalties, one step further, after a 0-0 120 minutes in that one between Portugal and France. France secured their place in the last 4 on a penalty shootout, 5-3. The Les Bleus won, so Spain will take on France in our one of our semi-finals. And a bit earlier on, you might have seen us, as England and Switzerland also went to penalties after a 1-1 draw in 90 minutes, in 120 minutes, obviously. The opener came from Switzerland, with Braylen Bolo knocking in at the back post in the 75th minute before an equalizer from Bukayo Saka. That brought us all the way to penalties, in which England surpassed Switzerland by 5 penalties to 3, scoring all 5. England, Alexander-Arnold, ultimately the one that sent England through to the semi-final, and they're awaiting their opponents. At the moment, it would be Turkey, as they lead at half-time. Samet Akaydın's goal, giving Turkey the lead in the game. Right. So, let's talk about that first half then, and really get into the deep depths of the first half, because really, ultimately, it started off with the Netherlands on the front foot. The Netherlands, the ones starting to dominate, starting to possess the ball early on, to control the game, to really take the game in their stride and settle into it. Maybe similarly to what they did against Romania, where they took time, they relaxed on the ball and kind of let themselves grow into the game as it went on. But ultimately, Turkey, a very different side to Romania, and a very different approach from Turkey. They wanted to attack, they wanted to get forward themselves, and I said early in the game, if the Netherlands want to kind of control play and dominate this game, they need to be wary of Turkey's counter-attacking ability. And at times, they've been caught out by it when Turkey have played those longer balls into space, with the likes of a Yilmaz or a Yildiz or even a Güler running onto those balls, getting into those spaces and running at the Dutch defenders. And at moments, they've done well with those. I've said it multiple times in that first half, when Turkey did get forward and the Netherlands did deal with it. I said it was Van Dijk defended really well, and Ake seen the balls out, and De Vrij and ultimately Dumfries at the end of that first half had his challenges. The Dutch defence have been tested multiple times, but I said if they're going to want to play through this and dominate the game, they're going to have to get onto grips and get to grips with the Turkish counter-attacking ability and the pace and quality on the break. They haven't so far. That's not directly why they've conceded, and we'll get to that in a moment, but they kind of lost their way halfway through that first half, the Netherlands, where they were in control. But once Turkey got a glimpse of a chance, a glimpse of an effort, they started to really come into their own and grow into the game themselves, Turkey, and were actually ultimately the better side in that first half, and had a real good spell in the middle period, up and leading into their goal, where they had a couple of corners, a couple of good deliveries, a couple of set pieces. Çalhanoğlu with a few good deliveries out of Güler, taking a couple of corners, and that's grew the confidence of Turkey. You know, we say sometimes set pieces can be the difference in games. Ultimately, it's the set pieces that made the difference, because Turkey got their confidence and got their dominance in the game, and maybe settled a bit more when they were taking those kind of set pieces and knew they had the threat. I mean, they know they have the threat. They know they have the ability and the quality to threaten and test even the best of defences, but that confidence from those kind of back-to-back set pieces really kind of grew into the game, and you can tell, you say it's building up that head of steam, that momentum, that rhythm to help you through. And I think ultimately the goal comes from the second phase of a set piece, of course. The corner whipped in, headed away by Van Dijk. Van Dijk was winning quite a number of headers on deliveries and crosses into the box. He won it again. But the second phase, the Dutch really let themselves down, I'd have to say. Van Dijk had a clear, not fully cleared, because Arda Güler picked it up, whipped a lovely ball to the back post. Excuse me. Whipped a lovely ball to the back post, and Semina Kaiden just headed it in, got there above everyone else. But there were a queue of Turkish bodies at the back post queuing up for that, to get that header. But the fact that they were onside is a mistake by the Dutch. The fact that they played him onside, they played all three of them onside. That was Dumfries, just dropped a bit too deep. In a second phase of a corner, you usually see the defending side step up and kind of try and play offside, but Dumfries wasn't on the same page. He didn't let that happen, and ultimately they paid the price for it. But another point I would make about the space that Arda Güler had to pick up the ball, no one marking him. We say at times, watch the threat from the edge of the box from corners, because sides like to go for that. Initially in the first phase they didn't. Initially with the delivery Turkey they didn't, but in the second phase they had a man on the edge of the box, unmarked, who could whip a ball in, and the threat of Arda Güler, we've seen it from crosses, he whips one in, and as I said, Semina Kaiden heads it in with a lovely header up above everyone else and making the difference. But I think the Netherlands will be disappointed with that moment. They'll know that they've surely worked on set pieces. That's how Turkey got both of their goals against Austria, set pieces. And surely they'll be disappointed with themselves, having probably worked upon that in the last few days, that they've conceded from one of those moments. But again, they have to improve, they have to build on the positives of that first half, because there were positives for the Netherlands. They were making runs in behind for Depay. Bergwijn and Dumfries were threatening on that right-hand side. They did have threats themselves, but again, they do have to be careful of that counter-attacking threat, and especially the set-pieces threat, as we've seen from that first half from Turkey, and they can be wary of that but also dominate the game. It's about finding that balance at the moment, which the Netherlands just haven't done so at this stage. Right, let's talk you through the stats of that first half before we take a quick break. 57% of the possession for the Netherlands, so slightly edged it on that first half. 43% for Turkey. In terms of total shots, Turkey actually had more shots than the Netherlands in that first half, 6 to the Netherlands 4. The Dutch without a shot on target in that first half, Turkey just the 1, that a Kaiden goal, the only shot on target of the first half. Turkey had two big chances in that first half, one scored, one missed. The Netherlands without a single big chance in the first half. Touches in the opposing penalty area, 9 apiece. Both have had single figures touches, so that's not the dominant point of the game. In terms of passing, the Netherlands 293 passes, 223 for Turkey, 259 accurate for the Netherlands, 182 for Turkey. In terms of the final third, the Netherlands have entered the final third more times than Turkey in that first half, 30 to Turkey's 22. In terms of their passing, 80 passes in the final third for the Dutch, 65 accurate, that's 81%. And compared to Turkey, where they've had less touches less passes in the final third, 35, only 19 on target. That's a 54% accuracy. But I will caveat that with the fact that a lot of their final third passes are on the counter-attack, in transition, on the break, and we see that there is a less accurate kind of passing range when you're on the counter-attack. But at the moment, the Netherlands probably having the better of everything else, but not in control of the game, not getting shots on the Turkish goal, and certainly not threatening the Turkish defence enough in the final third. The XG proves that as well, 0.35 XG for the Netherlands, 0.55. If you don't know what XG is, basically on the chances created in that first half, what is the probability of the team attacking, scoring? 35% chance for the Netherlands in that first half, 55% for Turkey. So not major from either of the two teams. But that is the difference on set pieces for Turkey at the moment. The second half, where Netherlands trail at the break and Turkey lead through Semina Kaiden's goal. The second half's on the way next. Do stay with us. Welcome back to Euro 2024 Live. The second half in Berlin between the Netherlands and Turkey is on the way in just a moment, where Turkey lead by a goal to nil. Just to remind you then, the semi-finals get underway in midweek, 4 days' time. It's going to be a painful 3 days, or 3 days' time. It's going to be a painful 2 days break without the football. But it will be exciting when it comes around, as we see Spain take on France in the first of our two semi-finals. That's Tuesday night at 8 o'clock here on LFS, and then followed by our second semi-final, which will be between England and the winner of this one, Netherlands or Turkey. That is on Wednesday night. Right. The second half in Berlin is on the way next. Do stay with us. Welcome back. Right, the second half on the way in just a moment. Just to remind you then, we are keeping a close eye on the Copa America. We're not doing the coverage of them, but we are keeping a close eye on that for you. After, as I said earlier on, Canada will take on Argentina after both progressed after 1-1 draws in 90 minutes. Ultimately winning on penalties, both Argentina and Canada. They will play in the semi-final against each other. Tonight, Colombia take on Panama at 11 o'clock UK time, followed by Uruguay-Brazil at 2 o'clock in the morning. Two very good games to set up the other semi-final in the Copa America. And if you want to stay up to date with that, you will have all the details on our YouTube community page. Right. Don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on post notifications if you haven't done so already. That would be greatly appreciated, as the Netherlands readying a change at half-time. And Wout Weghorst is going to be coming on for Steven Bergwijn at half-time. A change made by Ronald Koeman. Clearly not happy with the way his side attacked in that first half, because they went in at half-time without a shot on target. And a clear distinction and change in how they will play in the second half. Let's see what it does. Ready to get underway then. Turkey leading by a goal to nil, as they did when they faced Austria in the round of 16. Heading into the second half with a lead and with a chance to progress. They were 1-0 up at half-time against Austria. Ultimately made it 2-0 before Austria did get their only goal of the game back in it, but that wasn't enough to save them that night for the Austrians. Turkey would love the same script to play out tonight, but no two games are the same in terms of the script writing, especially with the same team involved. It's always a twist, always something different on the cards. And let's see what Wout Weghorst will do, of course, here for the Netherlands in the second half. Scored that winner against Poland in the group in their first game for the Dutch. Has had minimal impact since. Certainly not a goal-scoring impact since. We'd look to add to those goals in this one. The Netherlands have two players on one goal, both Memphis Depay and Wout Weghorst. As I said, a player on 2 goals, and Donyell Malen and Cody Gakpo on 3. Those are their goal scorers so far for the Dutch, who have scored a total, if I can tally it up on my head pretty quickly, they have scored a total of 7 goals in the tournament. Those are their goal scorers. The Netherlands get a corner here off Ayan. Long ball forward by De Vrij. Depay making himself a nuisance, and the ball just comes off the head of Ayan. Can Ayan to put it behind for the Dutch corner. That's their first of the game, interestingly. Whipped in deep, back post, Ake across. No one in there for the threaten. And now Turkey trying to counter. Kadiolu to lead the charge. Slightly pulled there by Ake, but keeps running Kadiolu. Has to spin back on himself as Van Dijk in there, but he doesn't win the challenge. Kadiolu keeps it alive. Tries to feed it forward to Arda Güler. Just overhits the pass. And Arda Güler gets very frustrated with that pass into his way as it goes behind for the Dutch goal kick. De Vrij to Denzel Dumfries. Schoten. Virgil van Dijk. Reinders. Ake. Now it is Jordi Schoten. While it comes to Dumfries, down the line it goes to Simons. Blocked off there by Bardakci. Puts it out for the Dutch throw on the right hand side. So a throw in here for Dumfries to take. Chested down by De Vrij. Back to Dumfries, who goes back to Van Dijk. They need to find threat in the final third, the Netherlands, without a shot on target in the first half. And Wout Weghorst, the substitution at the break to make a difference. Can he make that difference? Or will Turkey's rigid and solid and strong defence hold on as Gakpo ultimately winning the ball, but the referee felt he was fouled a player in doing so. Player that he did foul ultimately was Mert Mulder. Stepped on the right foot of Mulder. There to Gakpo, and Turkey get the free kick. Mert Mulder, who's scored a wonder goal in this tournament already for Turkey. Two wonder goals coming in the same game for Turkey, both against Georgia. Two wonderful finishes. Ultimately, they won that one 3-1, but the first two goals were fabulous. As the switch ball from Güler, just a bit over hits. Kadiolu couldn't control it. It goes out for a Dutch throw, which they take quickly. Here's Xavi Simons to Wout Weghorst. Hits it off Bardakci. Throw into the Netherlands. Dumfries will take again. Short to Simons. Dumfries. Back to Schoten. Reinders now to Ake. You got to cross it. Ake with a cross. The header couldn't be seen in by Depay. Weghorst header across, and Depay was stretching, couldn't reach it, and I think there was going to be an offside against Wout Weghorst anyway. Ooh, very close, maybe just off Bardakci there. Decent cross by Ake. That's the type of threat that the Dutch are wanting to have. Those two linking up. And Weghorst and Depay in maybe an old style front two. Not often you see that in football now. Well, this would be a stat that's interesting. Turkey beat Czechia on match day 3 of the group, and of course beat Austria. They are looking to win 3 consecutive matches at the European Championships for the first time, and only the second time at a major tournament overall. They did so in the 2002 World Cup, when they also reached the semi-finals. If they get 3 wins on the bounce, they will be in the same position as they were back in 2002, and in the Euros in 2008 when they got to the semis. Here's Stefan de Vrij. Across to Tiani Reinders. Right, Ake. Down the left it comes to Gakpo. Looking to run at Mulder. Using his pace. Gakpo with the early cross. Wout Weghorst with the target, but Kadiolu got it away. Those are the type of crosses that will test Turkey. Let's see if they can do more of that. Schoten. Simons. Now Schoten again. Back to de Vrij. Cross to Virgil van Dijk. Depay coming deeper. Nice spin by Memphis Depay. Lays it off to Weghorst, trying to link it up again. As it's cleared out there by Mulder. We had the ride between Depay and Gakpo out there. Measured it well and cleared it away. Reinders. Ake. To Gakpo. He will lift it into the box. Oh, and all the way through it goes for a goal kick. As Wout Weghorst was the target. No one got a touch on that. And Gakpo's cross was the last. So goal kick incoming. Really good delivery by Gakpo. Just an inch. Oh. It did come off a Kaiden's head there, actually. On the replay, a skim off his head, but it was a touch. The corners, it wasn't given. It certainly was a corner. It wasn't given. Goal kick. I mean, to be fair, the officials, I didn't see it initially, as Yilmaz wins his header. And now trying to run through. Ake was in the challenge, and this could be a problem. Yellow card incoming for Nathan Ake, who took down Arda Güler. Could have been more there. Had to be careful. The referee riding that fine line. Yilmaz won his header against Van Dijk. Not often you hear about that. And then de Vrij and Ake trying to close down Güler. Ake takes down Arda Güler, but luckily for him, his teammate Stefan de Vrij was in cover. Otherwise, it would have been a straight red for last man. So free kick for Turkey now. By 29 yards. So 29 yards of a distance for Turkey in their goal kick. Goal kick. Free kick. Obviously. It's Çalhanoğlu and Güler over it. Both have looked threatening from their crosses. Let's see what they do from the free kick. Güler! Oh! I think it come off the post there. Arda Güler coming close. Really good strike, and it was curled in. Great whip. And it just comes off the outside of the post. That's so unlucky. Great strike by Arda Güler. Wonderful effort, but just on the outside of the post, that one. And Turkey very close to doubling their lead. Gakpo taking on Mulder. Gakpo the other end. Goal kick. As it comes off, Cody Gakpo last. That's a really good effort. Spinning low. Trying to find the bottom left corner. Whipped beautifully. That was just on the outside of the post. That's ever so close. A Kaiden, the knock long. Looking for Yilmaz. Battling in the midfield as Güler wins his header. Flicked round to Özcan. Battling with Depay. Goes down, but the referee will play on. Here's Depay running through. Straight at the keeper. That was a wasted effort by Memphis Depay. Jody Schoten stayed down. Whatever it looks like, he's clasping at his knee. Clasping at his knee, I mean. Just around his knee, so he'll receive treatment for the moment. See that moment again. Chan and Depay. Shoten was involved. I mean, there's nothing in that. Referee was right to play on. Chan was literally nose-diving into the floor when Shoten tried to get his foot to the ball. They both fell to the floor on that occasion. And that's when Depay run through. While he receives treatment, Jody Shoten, let's just remind you then, the semi-finals get underway this midweek, Tuesday and Wednesday night at 8 o'clock for both of those games. We start with Spain-France on Tuesday and England against the winner of this one on Wednesday night. And then the live final is a week tomorrow. 8 days. And we will be in this stadium, the Olympic Stadium in Berlin, is the venue for that final. At the moment we have 5 teams with this game still in play that could be lifting that trophy next week. Spain, France, England, Netherlands or Turkey. The hosts knocked out. 2016 winners knocked out. The 2020 winners knocked out. The most recent winners still in the tournament are the 2012 winners, Spain, who were also the 2008 winners. Game's back underway now. Çalhanoğlu with a long kick. Again targeting Yilmaz. Ake in a battle. On a yellow card now. Ake has to be careful, as he was the one that was fouled there by Barış Yilmaz. Will be a free kick to the Dutch. Just over 30 minutes to go. Netherlands 0, Turkey 1. Shoten. Flicked round the corner by Simons, but well closed down by Turkey as they come forward here. Muldur tried to play it into the path of Yilmaz, but not on the same page as Reinders picks up for the Netherlands. Now Ake. Depay very deep now, linking up with Simons. Again, felt he was fouled, but Simons giving away possession unnecessarily, although Ake's won it back. Now out to Gakpo on the left. Gakpo with a delivery. Back post Dumfries, but it was far too high. Ultimately in the end from Cody Gakpo. Goal kick to Turkey. 60 minutes gone. Netherlands 0, Turkey 1. This is another foul there. Van Dijk committing the foul on Yilmaz. They take that free kick quickly. Çalhanoğlu. Özcan. Back to Hakan Çalhanoğlu. To Bardakci. Not a great pass by Bardakci. Given away to De Vrij. Shoten. Well, interesting for Turkey. This is another good stat I have to bring you. They have received 18 yellow cards at this tournament. Only one team in Euros history has received more cards in a whole tournament, and that was the Czech Republic back in 1996 when they were given 20 cards, 19 yellows and 1 red. At the moment, Turkey just 2 cards away from equalling that record. And it was actually their game against Czechia that got the majority of their cards in the tournament, let's be honest. Gakpo to Nathan Ake. They have a few players actually suspended for this one due to yellow card accumulation, Turkey. Koshu, Yüksek and Demiral is suspended as well. So the Netherlands continue to ply on, but not with any difference in their ultimate battle at the moment. Still being held, and held pretty well by Turkey at this moment in time. as the boos and the whistles continue to ring around this stadium. It's the Turkish fans that are having their say and being heard at the moment. Their side leading, but not on the ball at this moment in time. Here's Memphis Depay. Flicks it on now to Gakpo. As the ball comes back to Depay, blocked. Still not away though. Dumfries couldn't reach that one. De Vrij whips it around the corner, but easily gathered in the middle there by Mert Gunok. Maybe a bit of chaos created there by the Netherlands. Gakpo, Depay, Simons, and then back to Depay as the shot blocked, and then the ball in the air. Kadiolu misses his header. The ball's kept alive, too high for Dumfries to gather, and then De Vrij round the corner. Whips it across the goal, but easily retrieved by Mert Gunok. There's Mulder in the way of Reinders there. Now Yilmaz up against Van Dijk. Van Dijk almost beaten for pace and will be beaten here. He's going to get a yellow card for a foul and a free kick heading the Turkish way. That's wonderful from Barış Yilmaz. Another yellow card. Virgil van Dijk in the book. At the moment, the 3 Dutch players that are on a yellow card aren't at risk of being suspended if they receive a yellow card tonight. The 2 on the field for the Dutch that would be in that case are Denzel Dumfries and Jerry Schouten. If they are booked tonight, they would miss the semi-final if the Netherlands were to progress. Çalhanoğlu. He's had a couple of good free kick deliveries, not ending in a goal. Can this be the difference? Çalhanoğlu whipping another ball into the box. Wide on the right hand side this time. Referee sorting 1 or 2 issues out in the box. Clement Turpin, as he allows the free kick to be taken. Whip ball in, it's low, it's cleared away, but the strike will be in. Yildiz, and all the way through. Corner for Turkey. Ayhan went down in the box. The referee says a corner for the moment. See it again. The delivery by Çalhanoğlu, half cleared by Ake. Back out it comes from Yildiz. The shot straight at the keeper, who palms it into the space. Can't gather it, and then as he tries to reach it, let's see it. Can Ayhan outstretched there was Wout Weghorst back defending. It's not a penalty. It is a corner. It's never a penalty, that challenge. It's a great challenge by Wout Weghorst in his own box. And now a corner for Turkey. They might prefer this. Güler to deliver. Chopped it back. Çalhanoğlu back to Güler, trying to work it out. Work the angle. Güler looking to lift it, takes a deflection off Reinders. Bardakci was up, but the free kick goes the way of the Netherlands for a foul. "25 minutes or so to go. Netherlands 0, Turkey 1. All the pressure on the Dutch at this moment. 1 shot on target from their 2 shots in the second half. They've certainly not peppered the Turkish goal as of yet. Gakpo, Depay. Now Reinders to De Vrij. Doesn't really help there's just De Vrij and a Depay in the team in pronunciation. As Van Dijk goes all the way back to Verbruggen. Not seen much of Wout Weghorst since coming on, maybe once or twice, but not majorly making a difference at this moment in time. Depay comes deep, does keep the ball. Dumfries to shoot in. Looking for options. Schouten does squeeze it through for Depay, but couldn't feed it through for Wout Weghorst. Closed down as Kadiolu battling with Dumfries. Fair challenge, fair battle, as Dumfries wins the ball back for the Dutch. fair battle. Here's Simons. Down the left it comes to Gakpo. Back into the middle for Reinders, who lifts it over the top. Dumfries made the run. Kadiolu couldn't clear it. Dumfries picks it up down the right hand side. Feeds it back. But overhit that back pass, Dumfries, and Yilmaz there to make a nuisance of himself. And a winner free kick off to Yanni Reinders. Another bit of beautiful work from Yilmaz. That is exactly what he needs to be doing, and he's doing it perfectly at the minute. Winning Turkey free kicks, getting them up the field, and breaking up those spells of possession and control from the Netherlands, not allowing them at all to go their own way. It all came from Dumfries' poor back pass, passing it back into the middle and completely overhit it, and allowed Yilmaz to break in. Free kick taken by Bardakci. He goes very long on that one, and scooped up by Bart Verbruggen in the Dutch goal. So that free kick comes to nothing. Reinders. Van Dijk. To shoot in. Now De Vrij. Dumfries. Back to Stefan De Vrij. There's Memphis Depay on the ball now. Down the left to Nathan Ake. Gakpo trying to take the ball on the spin, battling with Mulder. Does well, Gakpo. Still on the ball. Lifts it across. Simons trying to flick it round the corner. Weghorst to lift it up. Gakpo was trying to go for the overhead kick. Still alive. Simons. Reinders. Depay. Lifts it in. Weghorst. Hits it wide. Will be a corner though. It took a deflection off Gunnock. Nice ball over the top from Depay. He'd got options across the goal in Dumfries and Gakpo, but went himself, and the left hand from Mert Gunnock. Looked like it was coming off the post anyway. I don't think Gunnock needed to save it, but he did, and it will be a Dutch corner. Schoten. Corner comes short. Depay whips it in now, headed on and in by Stefan De Vrij. The Dutch are back level, and a bullet header from Stefan De Vrij. Not easily defended, not well defended at all. And the second phase of the corner haunts Turkey. Another header, another goal, and Stefan De Vrij, the big player at the moment at the back for the Netherlands. It's usually the other centre-back that scores from corners, but it's De Vrij that got there first. Memphis Depay went short from the corner to Schoten, back to Depay, and he whipped it in from the angle, and De Vrij there on his own, no one marking him, and he headed it straight down the middle, into the floor. Gunnock had probably jumped over the ball. Keeper probably should do better there, but ultimately it's Stefan De Vrij that gets the Netherlands back on terms. And it's been a very intense game, and the Dutch maybe deservedly back on level terms for the equality they've shown, but it's in the balance now. Every other game has been level after 90 minutes. Will this one follow suit? Or will they go out and try and win it, either of these two teams late on? '35th minute, Akaiden headed in. And in the 70th minute, De Vrij heads in for the leveller. Güler gets this free kick for Turkey. You've had one or two good chances. Let's go. Oh, back to that Goulet free kick. If that had went in, it would have been a very different story. Those chances not bearing fruit for Turkey as it did against Austria. And ultimately, the Netherlands get back with that equaliser. And with 18 minutes or so to go, it's a straight shootout to the end, as the Netherlands will make a double change here. Reinders is going to be coming off. He's going to be replaced by Veerman. And the other change is going to be Nathan Ake, who's going to make way for Mickey van de Ven. So Van de Ven and Veerman on, and Ake and Reinders off for the Netherlands. So it'll be a straight back three, I'm guessing now. Van de Ven, Van Dijk and De Vrij, and then Dumfries pushing further forward. Van Dijk to De Vrij. Back to Verbruggen. It's now about the Netherlands building upon that equaliser and capitalising upon the fact that Turkey haven't been able to make more of what they've played in this game, or how they've played in this game, other than that one goal. And how Turkey respond to being pegged back. Do they try and push for a second, or do they just try and defend this out for extra time and possibly penalties? We'll see. As Van de Ven on the ball. Van Dijk. Gakpo plays it forward. Memphis Depay in the box. Depay couldn't get the pass off. He will get the corner, I feel, off Ozcan. Just on the cover, and Depay couldn't get the pass off, but does get the touch off Ozcan. Will be a Dutch corner. Maybe that was purposeful for Memphis Depay not to try and win or to cut the ball back, to just win the corner out of it. Taken short by Simons. Not dealt with well, as it comes all the way back to Shoten. Trying to find bodies forward. Depay. De Vrij. And now Dumfries. Back all the way around the corner to Simons in the middle. Down the left hand side to Gakpo again, up against Mulder. Gakpo chops it back. Lifted into the box, and Weghorst was in there but cleared away. Still not fully cleared by Turkey. Weghorst, Simons, nice ball through the lines to Dumfries round the corner. Gakpo forces it over the line. Cody Gakpo, who's been there for the Netherlands all the way through the tournament, is there again, and he rolls it in past the Turkish keeper Gunuk to turn this game on its head for the Dutch, who now lead in Berlin and are just 15 minutes away from a place in the semi-finals. Cody Gakpo again, their clinical finisher, again on the end of another chance and on the end of another goal for the Netherlands, and making himself the outright top scorer at the Euros. Cody Gakpo, that's 4 goals in his 5 appearances, and 2 goals in the space of 6 minutes for the Netherlands. That rigid, stubborn and unstoppable defence from Turkey that they had against Austria hasn't held to the same level as it did in that game. And it is 2-1 to the Netherlands, and it has triggered some changes for Turkey. There's just some questions over whether Gakpo actually got that goal. Maybe an own goal, but we'll wait to see what UEFA officially call. At the moment, I'm calling it a Gakpo goal, but we'll see. And Turkey completely deflated by that. But it doesn't matter how it goes in. The point still stands that it does go in. And the Netherlands will not care one bit as to how they've got their lead. But all they'll care about is that they do lead. Although, here come Turkey. Ball across. Straight into the hands of Verbruggen from Mert Mulder. Yeah, it's decent. It's not the best of crosses from Mulder. Right into the hands of Verbruggen. Officially, we feel that UEFA have called it an own goal. I'll get confirmation of that. I'll have to see the replay because it looked like it came on in off Gakpo, but if it didn't, of course UEFA will let us know. Of course. Here come the Netherlands again, wanting to finish the job. That was a bit of a late challenge there. Ultimately on a Kaiden by Mickey van de Ven. Officially, UEFA have given it as a Gakpo goal for now. So we'll stick with that for the moment. Just see Van de Ven going sliding into a challenge there with a Kaiden. Bit late. Kaiden got there first. Come clattering into Van de Ven. It is a free kick. Let's see it again. At the moment, it looks like it might come off Mulder. See it again. It comes off both players, actually. Yeah, it's both players involved. And it's literally probably inches as to one way or the other. But officially from UEFA, they've handed the goal for the moment to Cody Gakpo. Might go to the dubious goals panel, who knows. We'll see, as Semir Kaiden, who got the opening goal of the game, the only Turkish goal of the game, is in pain and might need to be taken off here. And he's in... looks like he's crying. Which might show the pain that maybe he might not be able to continue. Oh, Christ. A real painful one for a Kaiden there. They both have the right to go for the ball, but Kaiden certainly come off the worst of the two players, and Turkey certainly will make that change. I'm going to make a double change. Reminder of those changes they made just after the Netherlands scored, by the way. Yakushlu and Akterkolu have come on for Özcan and Yildiz, and they're going to make two more. That would be 4 in total in a moment or two for Vincenzo Montella's side, who have 10 minutes at this moment to try and get an equaliser to take us to extra time. Well, Cody Gakpo, across the last two international tournaments, at World Cup 2022 and Euro 2024, he is the second highest scorer over those two tournaments. The only European player with more goals than Gakpo, who has 6, that would be 7 now, is Kylian Mbappe on 9. Gakpo in 7. All 7 now of Gakpo's strikes have come in different matches, and the only Dutch players to score more in different games at major tournaments are Dennis Bergkamp on 10, Robin van Persie on 8, and Wesley Sneijder on 7. So Gakpo making that 7. Subhan says no way. What a comeback indeed. What a comeback for the Dutch. We've seen them do it before, and they've done it seemingly again. Double substitution there for Turkey. I'll confirm that for you in a moment because I just missed the players as I was talking. But I'll certainly get that information to you. A double change I can confirm, and I think Kaiden was one of those as he went off on a stretcher, so that's not good for Semir Kaiden, and a sad end to his night. McCanna's team put in an inspired performance in the last 8 minutes to conjure up an equaliser to keep this game alive. Here's Barış Yilmaz. Gakpo, great challenge. Wins it back. This is an inspired performance from the Dutch now. Depay flooding the ball around. Flooding bodies around the ball, I mean. Ball flying around. And ball comes back from Dumfries back to his keeper. And they're just going to probably take their time with this now, the Netherlands. They're not going to be in a hurry to maybe squeeze out a third. I'll not certainly push for one if they don't need to. Here's Denzel Dumfries. Ball in behind. Well closed down. Well caught out there. And now Çalhanoğlu for Turkey. For Yakuşlu. Those changes, by the way, Mert Mulder and Semir Akaydın coming off. Cenk Tosun and Zeki Çelik for Turkey. Tosun headed that one over. Good delivery, but Tosun heading well over the bar. Not much threat on that one. The moment from the vote in the chat on who makes the semi-final, 68% predicting Turkey, 32% the Netherlands, with the Netherlands now leading. That poll is now closed. So at the moment, we're set up for two blockbuster semi-finals, Spain-France, and, as it stands, Netherlands-England will be the other one. Incredible matchups for the semis. If that were to be the case, we would see the second highest ranked side in the world against the 8th ranked, that's Spain and France. Oh, Turkey still alive! Oh, the shot cleared away. Ultimately, another cross comes in all the way through back post. The shot deflected wide again. De Vrij with a body on the line. Two huge chances in a matter of seconds for Turkey. Aktürkoğlu with the last one. Trying to see who got the first one. My goodness me, they have a corner now. Left-footed delivery into the box. Yilmaz was there, but couldn't make anything of it as Schoten clears. And Kadiolu, the last man for Turkey, as Simons gets the break of the ball, but it's gone for handball against Xavi Simons. 5 minutes to go. Those little moments will give Turkey a lot of belief. Aktürkoğlu. Back to Çalhanoğlu. Right on the right hand side it comes. To Çelik. Yilmaz. Now Bardakci. To Kadiolu. Back to Bardakci. Down the left to Aktürkoğlu, who will lift one into the box. Away by Van Dijk. Back it comes through Bardakci. Keeping it alive. Aktürkoğlu trying to skip past Dumfries, but Dumfries in the way. Depay now. It's all about holding on to this for the Netherlands. Wijkhorst. Nicked away from him by Kadiolu. Will be a Netherlands throw. Kadiolu already took the throw in. Change incoming then for the Netherlands. It is going to be Memphis Depay coming off. He's taking his time. Ronald Koeman shouting a few things onto the field. So Memphis Depay is going to be making way. And he's going to be joined by Xavi Simons. So Depay and Simons off. And the two players coming on are Jeremy Frimpong and Joshua Zirkzee. So Frimpong and Zirkzee coming on, replacing Simons and Depay. Fresh legs for the Dutch in the last few moments of this game. 3 minutes plus additional time. Netherlands 2, Turkey 1. Turkey pushing for that equaliser. Ball lifted forward, headed away by De Vrij. As Turkey battle, Kadiolu battling, Xerxes coming out on top, but nicked away from him by Akçakoglu. Now Çalhanoğlu to Arda Güler. Out to the right hand side it comes. Çelik to cross. Blocked. Will be a throw in off Van de Ven. Probably should have lifted that one into the box, but we'll see. Seen that chance from Akçakoglu, that cross earlier on, and Çelik had the opportunity at the back post. And then the follow-up, Akçakoglu got it at the back post to the other end and had his one deflected behind for the corner. Ball into the box, Akçakoglu off the side netting. Nice work from the throw-in, lifting it into the box, and Akçakoglu at the back post. Stretching, just hitting the side netting. Another substitution for Turkey. Can Ayhan coming off, and Semih Kılıçsoy coming on. 90 seconds of the 90 minutes to go, plus any additional time. And at the moment, it's the Netherlands that will be going through to the semi-finals. Turkey will not give up. Showtime though. Xerxes flicks it on. Gakpo! Great save by Günok. Xerxes to keep it alive. Trying to go for the 1-2 with Van de Ven, but lost out as now Turkey look to counter. Here's Tosun battling with De Vrij, and De Vrij gives away the free kick. I don't think it was. That's why I was a bit baffled by that. Stefan De Vrij doesn't think it was either, but the officials disagree. Free kick to Turkey. Didn't look like a free kick to me, but Cenk Tosun will not care about that. Let's see. For Turkey here then. Çalhanoğlu to whip another one in. This must count. Whipped in, flicked on the back post all the way through. Akçakoglu, nice whip ball, flicked away by a Dutch head. Van de Ven, and Akçakoglu the back post, heading it wide. We just saw Frimpong linking up with Gakpo a bit earlier. Gakpo with a decent strike. So we will have 5 added minutes at the end of the 90. 5 minutes for the Dutch to hold on. 5 minutes for Turkey to try and find an equaliser from somewhere. Anywhere will do, really, at this point. Koşlu. All the way back it comes to Günok. They have to get up the field. They've created multiple opportunities, but none of them finding the net. Here's Bardakci. Lots of bodies forward. Bardakci to lift it into the box. All the way through. Big save by Verbruggen. Almost identical to Günok's save against Austria. That is equally as huge for the Netherlands. Corner will come to Turkey. That's huge from Verbruggen. Çalhanoğlu with a delivery. Into the box again. Headed away at the front post. And Frimpong to lead the charge of the counter. But a great challenge by Kadiolu. And again he wins the challenge. Güler. Out wide it comes to Çalhanoğlu on the left. There's not much room to break free as Dumfries in the cover, but he switches it across now. Çelik leaves it for Akçakoglu. To Çelik again, lots of bodies in there again. Çelik with a cross all the way in and behind for a goal kick. De Vrij was in the battle with Bardakci, and it heads off, headed by De Vrij, and Bardakci seeing it out for the goal kick. That's a huge save. It was Semi Kilichoy came off, and Verbruggen had to make that huge save. Otherwise, it would have been 2-2. Kilichoy, he's never scored for his country. That would have been some way to open your account at international level. Here's Akçakoglu. Now to Çalhanoğlu. Shot charged down well. And Dumfries winning the free kick, which frustrates Hakan Çalhanoğlu. And a yellow card has come in the way of one of the Turkish players there. First yellow card they've received tonight. Cenk Tosun, the one in the book, maybe talking out of turn with the referee. That's fantastic defending by Dumfries, putting his body on the line and winning a free kick. It's going to be another yellow card. It's going to be a booking for those on the bench. No idea who for. Those on the bench got a yellow. 90 seconds to go. Gunnock with a boot forward. Bouncing. Flicked on. Cleared away by Dumfries up the field. Gakpo will be in chase. Gunnock to knock it forward again, but Van Dijk heading it back the way it came. Brought down by Bardakci. As Çelik now. Down the line it goes. Yilmaz. Bodies flooding into the box for Turkey. That's a wonderful challenge again back there from the Netherlands, who clear it again. Less than a minute to go. Gunnock wants his players up the field. Trying to find one of them. Akçakoglu the target. Winning the challenge off Xerxes. Akçakoglu with a cross. But the flag went up in the end against Akçakoglu there. And a free kick to the Netherlands. And this could be that. Could be all over. And I'm just confirming. Initially, UEFA did give the Netherlands, Cody Gakpo, the goal. But it has now been changed. I said it would go to the dubious goals panel. And Mert Mulder has been gathered to have scored an own goal out of that one. And the Dutch fans bouncing as the 95 minutes are up. Is there any more to be added on by the referee? Oh, Turkey getting the free kick here. It's going to be a red card for someone on the bench. I've no idea what's going on there, but someone got a red card on the Turkish bench. Anyway, we play on. Still 11v11 on the field. It was a Turkish player on the bench that got a red card. Mert Gunnock. Last chance saloon for Turkey. It's now or never. Referee making it free kick now. Gunnock sending it long. Have to keep it in and around as Gakpo clears away. And that's it. Netherlands have done it. The 96 minutes. Ultimately, it was a Mulder own goal that is the winner eventually. A 6-minute period where the Netherlands bombarded the Turkish goal and got their 2 goals in that period. The first by Stefan de Vrij and the second Gakpo involved. But Mert Mulder's own goal, ultimately the winner for the Netherlands. Turkey took the lead through a Carden in the first half. But that comeback from the Netherlands sees them in the final 4. Final score in Berlin. The Netherlands 2, Turkey 1. There we are. Our semi-finalists confirmed. at least one of our quarterfinals didn't go to extra time. It was decided inside 90 minutes. Right, confirmation then. Spain beat Germany in extra time to win 2-1. After a bit of drama in the 90 minutes in that one. Spain into the semi-final. Portugal and France had to go to penalties after a 0-0 120 minutes. France winning on penalties. England winning on penalties against Switzerland after a 1-1 draw after 120 minutes there. And the Netherlands beating Turkey after a 1-0 deficit, turning that around. De Vrij and Mulder's own goal, securing a semi-final place for the Dutch. So, what does that look like then? Well, it will be Spain against France that gets us underway in the semi-finals on Tuesday night at 8 o'clock. Then on Wednesday, we will watch the Netherlands take on England. One of four will lift this trophy in 8 days' time. Who will it be? We'll start to find out on Tuesday. For now, thanks for your company for the quarterfinals. We'll see you again in 3 days' time for Spain-France. For now, night-night.